Hey, beautiful. This is your intuitive consultant and life coach, Ava Laura, with another edition of Ava Laura Heal My Life podcast. Listen in each week because I'm helping you to heal your life, heal your relationships, learn how to do meaningful work in the world, and make an impact that creates legacy. So go ahead and get your pen and paper, get your favorite drink, and listen in now. This episode of Ava Laura Heal My Life is sponsored by Canada's #1 inspiration coach, Maureen Kaylee Verdonk, affectionately known as Coach Mo. She is the founder of Inspired Living Life Coaching, and Coach Mo is passionately helping women say yes to ourselves and experience more success and joy in our lives. Visit Coach Mo at www.mocaliverdonk.com. That's M-O Callie, C-A-L-E-Y, Verdonk, V-E-R-D-O-N-K, mocaliverdonk.com, and claim your free audio CD today. Hey, beautiful. This is Ava Laura, your intuitive consultant and life coach, here with another amazing edition of Ava Laura Heal My Life. And this is going to be a special show. It is my birthday show. Happy birthday to me. Yesterday was my birthday, and I thought about what I wanted to talk to you all about today. And I decided that I really wanted to share the lessons that I've learned over this past year. One of the things that I've gotten so unapologetic about is celebrating me and celebrating my birthdays. I'm not a holiday person. I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't really care about Thanksgiving. I don't care about 4th of July or any of these holidays. But my birthday is really all about celebrating life, celebrating the journey, celebrating the lessons along the way, and just celebrating being here and being able to share this moment with people like you. So birthdays are really important to me, and not just celebrating myself on my birthday, but really being so unapologetic about celebrating me every single day in any way that I can, whether that is being, so radical in my self-care, making sure that I'm exercising, that I'm eating well, that I'm drinking my tea that I love to do every day, that I'm praying, that I'm meditating, whatever that might be, but celebrating me as a part of my daily routine, my daily ritual. So I'm going to share with you all 3 things that I have learned this year. Now, of course, I've learned more than that, but this is going to be a short but sweet show. I'm not going to be here all day because I'm out celebrating my birthday, because I do tend to celebrate all week, maybe 2 weeks, sometimes the whole month of March, right? I will celebrate. And if you're following me on social media, you've seen my pictures, you've seen my foodie pics, going out to eat, because that's one of my favorite things to do. And I usually get a massage. I treated myself to a 90-minute massage, and, just enjoying myself, just enjoying the journey. So one of the big things that happened, or I shouldn't say happened, but one of the biggest things that I experienced this year, and I think you all have heard me, if you listen to me each and every week, you've heard this, but is getting a divorce. And I do have a show that's coming up, so definitely stay tuned for that, Healing After the Divorce, where I'm going to be talking to one of my really good friends who's an expert, and we're going to be talking about that. So definitely tune in for that show. But this was the year that I got a divorce. I actually got a divorce last year, March 22nd. It was finalized. So it's been almost a year. And I wanted to talk about that because, one, that was huge for me, in being married for 14 years and really spending most of my adult life married, right? And I talk a lot about that in the podcast that I'm talking about. But the other thing too is that there were a lot of lessons that came out of getting divorced and now also dating again in my 40s. So I wanted to share some of that with you all today. And there are so many more things that I could share. I've been telling my friends that I could so write a book about dating in my 40s. It has been a journey, it's been experience. I know some of you can relate. But I wanted to share with you three things. Three is one of my favorite numbers. Obviously, I was born in the month of March, three. And, it's just, actually, it might be like 3.5 because I was thinking about like how I could succinctly share with you all these things. There's so many things that have happened. So I'm going to try to limit it to three. It might be like 3.5. So just give me that grace if that's the case. So one of the things that if you listen to me, you know that I truly, truly believe that we learn a lot about ourselves in relationships. So that's another reason why I wanted to share with you all what I've learned in terms of getting a divorce, what I've learned in terms of dating, because these are all relationships. And one of my favorite quotes by Eckhart Tolle is that if I accept the fact that my relationships are here to make me conscious instead of happy, then my relationships become a wonderful self mastery tool that keeps realigning me with my higher purpose for living. I share this with like all of my clients, especially my coaching clients when we're working particularly on relationships. This is one of my favorite quotes. I'm going to repeat that for you. Just in case you didn't write that down, you didn't have your pen and paper ready, and you're like, oh, wow, hold on, I didn't catch that. I'm going to repeat this for you. If I accept the fact that my relationships are here to make me conscious instead of happy, then my relationships become a wonderful self mastery tool that keeps realigning me with my higher purpose for living. What does all of that mean? Without getting into a tangent, relationships are not here about happiness. You don't get married, you don't fall in love, all this wonderful stuff to be happy, but it is to help you to be conscious. It's to help you to grow, to learn, to be the best person that you can possibly be. It is there to help you to live in purpose. So that's why relationships are so important. That's why I dedicate so much time to talk about relationships, helping people to heal through relationships, heal after relationships, all of these things, because it's one of our primary tools for growth and development. So these lessons that I'm sharing with you, they came out of the experience of ending a relationship, a primary relationship, a divorce, and dating again. But also, these are things that can be applied to every aspect of your life. So if you are married, if you're not dating or what have you, please don't think that you can't relate to this. These lessons are for everybody. This is just the context in which they came to me, or what I really should say is that they became a primary part of my growth this year. So, not necessarily new things that I didn't know. I'm not necessarily going to say something so profound that you didn't already know, possibly. However, you might hear it in a different way, or it might speak to you in a different way and in a different context. So, the first thing that I learned, number one, is the importance of clarity. Now, again, this is not something new to me. 99.9% of the clients who come to me, they're not really clear about who they are. They're not really clear about their goals, their vision for life. They're not clear about something. They're not clear about what they're struggling with. They're not clear about why they're not happy. They're not clear about why they're not fulfilled. So I see that come up in many different ways. The way that it came up for me in the importance of being clear is in dating, the importance of me being clear and the type of men that I attracted to me. There's a saying that I say often is that your vibe attracts your tribe. And part of your vibe is how intentional you are in the world. And a part of your intentionality comes from your clarity or your lack of clarity. So one of the things that I learned early on, a lot of the dating that I've been doing is I've been doing online dating. I'm not going to tell you what website because I don't want y'all looking for my profile. Please don't do that. For a long time, I didn't even have pictures up because I didn't want to get recognized. And of course, as soon as I put up pictures, I got recognized. But I'm not telling you which sites. Don't go looking for me. but I did a lot of online dating. And I saw the value in being clear in the types of men that were responding to my profile. And how do I know this? Of course, because I ask questions, right? Y'all know I ask questions. So one of the things, if a guy said, "Oh, I loved your profile," or "Oh, I wanted to say hello," or "I wanted to talk to you, I wanted to get to know you," I would ask why, right? Because who are you? Why are you interested in me? And one of the things that the men would say is that I really loved your profile. I loved your confidence. I loved how clear you were. I got that a lot. I loved how clear you were because I was very, in my profile, I wanted to make sure that I was very intentional in being able to briefly state who I was, what I'm about, and what I want. And from the feedback I got, I think that I was able to do that. I was very clear that I want to get married. I want children. I'm very clear about being ambitious, very clear about I'm not an ordinary person. I'm not trying to be an ordinary. I'm allergic to average. Please don't apply to me if you are an average person trying to live an average life. I mean, I really said that in not in certain no uncertain terms in my profile. And that attracted a different type of man to me. I got a lot of business owners. I got a lot of very professional men, very ambitious men, men who, again, your vibe attacks your tribe, who were just like me in that, they didn't want to play games. They weren't out here just to have fun. They were out there to have a serious relationship, to get married, to meet somebody that they felt was on their level. So clarity is so important. A lot of times in life, if you are not attracting the things that you want, it's because you simply are not clear. You're putting out mixed signals. People don't know who you are. They don't know what you want. So they can't bring it to you. They can't come to you. They can't approach you because they're not even really sure what's going on. Or you can't even approach the things that you really want because you don't know. So, one of the first things I learned is the importance of being clear. If you ain't clear, you need to get clear. I've talked about this in some of my other podcasts. Go back and listen. And of course, you can always work with me because clarity, so many things that happen in our life happen not even necessarily from doing anything, but just by being clear and showing up. Being clear and showing up. So be clear. That's a big part of the journey right there, is just being clear. So that's the first thing that I learned. The second thing that I learned, and this is an important lesson, is that really don't judge a book by its cover. And I'm also going to add to that, as cliche as it sounds, don't judge a book by its cover, and also be open to opportunities. Now, what do I mean by that? So when I first started dating, right, again, was married 14 years, was actually with my ex-husband for 2 years before we got married. So this is 16 years with the same man, right? And so I hadn't dated in, say, 16 years. So when I started dating again, I'm a fish out of water. Now I'm an extrovert. I'm good with people, but this is new. I have not done this literally since my 20s, and I was a different person in my 20s. So it was kind of like a free for all, I have to say. I put my profile out there and I wasn't as selective as I probably could have been or should have been or maybe wanted to be when I initially started dating, just because it was new and I was just kind of getting my feet wet. And, one of my friends did start calling me 51st dates because I did have a lot of dates. I'm not even going to lie. But I learned a lot in that process. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about people. I learned a lot about men. I learned a lot about relationships that I hadn't even learned in being married. So, one of the things that I learned is that I actually had a very different approach to dating. A lot of my clients and even my friends have said that I really could teach a dating, particularly online dating workshop because I've learned a lot. And I'm going to tell you one of my secrets. One of the things that I learned is to just go in with a positive attitude. Go in with the attitude of just having fun, not feeling like I'm going to meet my next husband, not feeling like, if I don't make a love connection, this is a waste of my time. I literally went in like, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy myself and I'm meeting somebody new. And if it doesn't work out, so be it. I'm going to take whatever lessons I can learn and just and take that to the next part of my journey. And that's what I did. And so, because of that, even though I did go out with guys that I didn't necessarily have a love connection with, probably would never have a relationship with, I've established some really good friendships. I established some really good business relationships. I've met people that I would not have ordinarily met. And I've gotten, amazing new clients from it. I've gotten amazing opportunities that I would not have ordinarily had. So I think it's so important in life to not always be, have these are sort of a filters on and think that we know everything and only go for, things that we're used to or that we like or that we think, but just sometimes just be open, just take a risk. And I'm not telling you to go out with crazy people, right? I'm not telling you to go out with every Tom, Dick, and Harry. But what I'm saying is, sometimes just be a little vulnerable, be a little open, go out with somebody who you might not seem like your type, but it's still a good person. You never know what's going to come out of it. And you never know. People really do surprise you sometimes. And sometimes people don't surprise you, okay? So always use your intuition, of course. But my point is that because I was open and because I was just having fun with the process, that I was able to make connections with people that I would not have ordinarily have met that have served me really well. So be open to the possibilities and don't judge a book by its cover. And I especially got to say this for my type A ladies because, you know, sometimes we can be really laser focused that, anything outside of what we think or feel is right outside of our vision of things, we deem as a failure. Those perfectionist tendencies can come out and it's like, oh my God, what was that? What did I do? It was such a waste of time. And I know that I can be like that. And I know some of you right now listening can be like that too. But in this thing that we call dating and relationships, sometimes you just have to go with the flow. You just got to be open. You just got to be humble and just have fun. Don't be so serious all the time, right? Have fun with it. So that's my second thing. And then my third thing, and I debated about this because, again, there's so many things that I could share with you all, but I think this is really important, is really understanding that your comfort zones can kill you. Your comfort zones can literally kill you. Why do I say that? Because I am so clear that one of the reasons that I did stay in my marriage as long as I did is because I was comfortable. Not because I was happy, but because I was comfortable. And I know you probably like, well, Ava Laura, you said relationships are not being happy. They're about being conscious. Well, trust and believe. I got conscious all day long, but I was also very comfortable. And and here's the thing that I want you to understand about that. And I talk a lot about this again about my show when you hear it coming up, Healing After Divorce. The thing is that my ex-husband was not a bad man. He's not a bad man at all. He's actually a good guy. We're still friends. I was not abused in any way. He didn't harm me. It not a bad guy at all. It's just that he was not the man for me. And I know, ladies, some of you can really relate to this, and even some men, is that the type of person that I am, type A alpha woman, right? I know who I am. I'm so clear about who I am, and I'm so clear about my vision for my life and what I want. I don't always know how I'm going to get there, but I'm very clear about who I am and what I want. And I'm very clear that before I leave this earth, I'm going to accomplish what I want. Very clear about that. What I also became very clear about in my marriage is that those things were not going to happen with my husband, that I was not going to be able to get to the next level of my rise as long as I was in that relationship. And one of the reasons is because when you are a healer, when you are a helper, when you're a coach, when you're a counselor, you attract people who need healing, who need coaching, who need counseling, who need help, right? That is my journey in life. I can't get away from that if I tried. It is simply who I am, who I be. I accept it. So because of that, I attracted to me a great guy, but a guy who needed healing, a guy who needed help, a guy that could not support me and who I was in my journey and help me to the next level of my rise because I was too busy reaching down, helping him and trying to bring him up to my level. When I needed somebody who was going to help me and we could work and bring ourselves up together, or they were going to reach down and pick me up. And I've never had that in a relationship. I've never been in a relationship where there was actually somebody reaching down to come and pick me up. I have always been the one reaching down to pick somebody else up. So as long as I was in that relationship, I was not going to grow. I was not going to fully challenge myself. I was not going to be the great woman that I truly know that I will be, that I'm working on, that I am, but you'll see more in the future. Just trust me. Keep following me. You're going to see it. So as long as you stay comfortable, you stay broke, you stay settling, you stay struggling, your comfort zones can literally kill you. And that's what happened to me. Each and every day, I felt like I was dying in my marriage, and I knew that I had to get out. I had to get out. So, those are the three lessons that I want to share with you all. The importance of being clear, the importance of being open to the possibilities and not judging a book by its cover, the importance of getting out of your comfort zones and knowing that your comfort zones can kill you. They will kill you if you let them. The other thing, and this is my point five, this is my 3.5, if you'll allow that really quickly, is that one of the things that I did learn actually is the beautiful thing about surrounding yourself about new and different people because you learn more about yourself through others. And this is actually something that I share with my clients as well. And I talk about it in my book, Bliss, too. You know, a lot of times when you're trying to figure out your purpose for being and, you know, who you are and what you want to do in life, one of the things that I always suggest is that you talk to other people, ask them your strengths and your weaknesses and what you're good at and just the things that they notice about you. And that's so important because there's a lot of things that we are gifted with, right? That we have that we're not even aware of because it's just such a part of who we are. You just don't know it, right? You don't think about it because it's just you. And that was one of the things that I personally found about myself is that, you know, dating, you know, these men and just going out and having fun and meeting new people, there were things about myself that I just didn't think about. And it sounds so crazy, but this is true. And this is why I'm sharing this with you because you're going to say like, Ava Laura, like really, you didn't know that? But I just didn't. So one of the things that I kept hearing when I was, you know, when I would first talk to a man or when I would go out on a date, it's like, wow, I really love your voice. And I mean, I heard this multiple times. Now, why is this crazy? Because I never, I never thought about the sound of my voice or how important that was. Now, I know that sounds crazy because I use my voice for a living, right? I'm a speaker. I'm a counselor. I'm a coach. I have this podcast. I've done radio. You know, I've recorded meditation CDs, right? All of these things. And so I understand that my voice is a tool and I understand the power of our words, but I never really thought about the tone and the timbre and and the quality of my voice. It just never dawned on me because it's a gift. It's just a part of who I am. And then I have to say I took it for granted because I didn't even think about it. So that's just one example. I could give you so many, but so I want you to think about that in your life. Like just the importance of just surrounding yourself by different people and what you can learn about them, but also what they can help to teach you about you. So that's my point 0.5. I mean, maybe you could say that was 4 lessons, but I'm going to say 3.5 just because that sounds a little cooler. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that. Thank you for celebrating my birthday with me and allowing me to celebrate with you and gifting you the lessons that I've learned. I'd love to hear from you. Questions, comments, feedback. You can always contact me. You can email me at avalora@avalora.com. Hit me up on social media. You know I'm Googleicious. I'm everywhere. And please, please, please leave me a comment. Hit me up here on iTunes, on Google Play, on iHeart, on Stitcher, I'm on everything now. Wherever you're listening to me, please leave me a message. I would love to hear from you there, especially on iTunes, y'all. Leave me a comment. Let everybody else know what's going on. Please share this out. Gift this podcast to somebody else. Share it, subscribe, comment. I'll be back here next week with another edition. Until then, wishing you peace, love, and bountiful blessings. Would you like to learn more about the healing art of Reiki? Reiki is an amazing, holistic, natural treatment that helps you mind, body, and spirit. It's wonderful for releasing pain, anxiety, stress, improving your sleep, your harmony, your well being, removing energy blockages, and so much more. As one of my clients said, Reiki feels like you're bathed in a warm cocoon of sunshine. If you've always wanted to learn Reiki and want to practice it yourself or for your friends, your clients, your family, go to ReikiPowerWorkshops.com. That's REIKI Power Workshops with an S.com and find out how you can participate in my upcoming trainings in the DC metro area. Again, go to Reiki, REIKI Power, POWER Workshops, WORKSHOPS, ReikiPowerWorkshops.com, and join my upcoming Reiki trainings. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for listening to another edition of Ava Laura Heal My Life podcast. Join me each and every week to move from whole to wholeness in your life, your relationships, your business, and your career. And if now is the time for you to embrace all that you are for your most incredible life, go ahead and email me today at avalora@avalora.com for your own personal consultation. And while you're at it, I'm Googleicious, so you can find more information about me online. Go to my website at avalora.com and join my mailing list.